Andrew with Andrew Warner Dog Training. Yesterday you met our new board and train, Boomer. He's down here on his place, hanging out with me while I edit this video. You might have noticed he was kind of tenacious, kind of loud, kind of assertive. So with those kinds of dogs, especially, I really like to introduce the game of tug. So this next video clip is about 5 minutes of me teaching him how to play tug. It's a little long, but if you watch it, you're going to pick up some good nuggets, some good strategies, that sort of thing. And let me tell you why I teach tug. One, teaches impulse control. So they're in the height of it, and they're really into the game, but they still have to be in control of themselves. And this is good practice for that. So if they go, into a high drive state of mind outside in the world, they have experience still following your commands. So it's important that you practice that. Two, you can teach them a couple basic commands. Take it, leave it, sit, look at me. Whatever you want to mix into the game, it's very easy to do, and it's very easy to make it fun, and the responses get fast. And then three, it's just really fun. So, sometimes doing basic obedience gets a little old. Throw a game in there, throw a new trick in there. This is one of my favorite games to throw in there to kind of mix it up, and especially on a rainy day like this. I feel like it's been raining for a week here in Indianapolis straight. It's crazy. So, we might not be outside as much today, so I'm going to take that opportunity to play some more games, teach in a different way rather than just going out into the world. With these little dogs, a lot of the times people don't train them as thoroughly as they do their bigger dogs, and that's crazy. You got to hold these guys just as accountable as you would a German Shepherd or Pit Bull. Just because they're small doesn't mean that the problems they develop aren't very real and very large. So keep that in mind. If you got a little dog at home, same game, same dog training. Don't make a change. Check the video out. Thanks a lot.
So to start the game, you're going to notice that I'm not going to give a lot of commands or anything. I'm going to get right into it, try to get him into the toy, get him engaged. I'm going to kind of do this for a little while longer than you might think before I start the training, just because I really want him to be committed and I really want him to be having fun.
Good boy. Oh yeah, good job.
So I actually let him win that time. You see, I faked him pulling me over essentially to try to build up a little bit of his confidence to address some of that insecurity. So I want to have control of the game, but I want to make sure that he has a chance to win and build a little bit of confidence as well.
Good boy.
So here I'm going to start with the drop command. And what you see me do is put my hands on each side of the tug toy, and I'm going to twist the toy so it gets very stiff so that it's not as fun for him to chew on anymore. And what I really want to look for here is for him to commit to leaving the toy. So that's why you see me kind of batting him away. You see me doing some Caesar style pokes. You saw me right there do what's called a scruff and cuff, because he actually kind of bit my hand in the process, and that's one of the reasons I like to play this game as well. So I address the biting, and then I go right back into the game.
Good boy.
If your dog's careless with his mouth, using consequences during tug will help get rid of that carelessness. So I'm about to get ready here to initiate the drop command again. So you'll see me again reach for both sides, get control of the situation before I execute a command.
Drop.
Give the command, twist, and let him naturally ease off of it on his own. It takes him a little bit while longer because the tug toy is a little too big for his mouth. So his mouth actually gets stuck, which is why you see me move it away a little bit to help him. But then here's the important part, is the follow through, to make sure he doesn't keep pushing back at it. So you see me, don't do a push, but you see me do a little popping motion to stop his forward progress. If you pop, he'll stop. If you push, he'll come back at you even harder.
Good.
Here we go again.
Drop.
You can see him slowing down, lifting his mouth off, and again stopping that follow through. I'm putting my fingers in his mouth just to kind of work on his mouthing as well.
Nope.
So just to make sure he's being extra cognizant of what he's doing. You'll see me almost put my fingers in his face,
Yes. Take it.
just to make sure that he understands the difference. And then straight back to the game. Keep in mind also that Boomer is still a puppy, so I can be a little more cavalier when it comes to using my fingers around his mouth. If I was working with a bigger dog with a bite history, I'd be much more careful. But since I am dealing with puppy behavior and puppy teeth, I can be a little bit more brazen.
Good.
So don't try that at home. If you have any question about that, you don't want to start putting your fingers near a dog's mouth and really tempting them like that.
Boomer. Drop.
Alright, so you saw him back off a little bit quicker that time. Again, it takes him an extra second or two to get his mouth off because his mouth is so tiny for the toy.
Look at me. Yes.
Now you see me mixing in a little bit of changes. You saw me do the look at me command to restart the game. And you can do whatever command you want to improve and that make that restart the game. You'll see that response improve. And to finish, as you just saw, I let him win. Let him celebrate with his toy a little bit, have a little fun. Make sure he doesn't go taunting Georgia Peaches behind me with it too much. And then one last drop to end the game. You'll see as I go to shut off the camera, he goes after my toy again, which is something I had to address. So you'll see me address that right about now. So then I just go right back to the drop. He does it again.
Nope. Drop.
And then he lets it go.